Are you one of those YouTubers that wakes up in the morning at 4 a.m. and you just then check to see whether you've got any more subscribers on your phone and there's no one there subscribing? And you deserve far more subscribers, and you know your goal is to get to 500 or 1,000 and you just don't seem to be making any progress. And you've heard, and it's true, 99% of YouTubers give up before they even get to 500 subscribers. So in this video I'm going to show you a game plan that will help any channel get to that 500 subscribers. I'll explain why since a recent update on YouTube it's now got a lot easier to achieve this, and I've got some great tips for you. And I'll show you proof of how quickly you can get to 500 subscribers. But first of all, what happens if you've already got 500 subscribers? Well, don't go away, because a lot of the principles and the things we look at are going to be just as useful if you want to increase your subscribers anyway. And just to say, it's great news if you've got more than 500 subscribers. In fact, I'm interested to know how many subscribers have you currently got on your channel. So just put it in the comments below and let me know. And then that will just give me an idea as to what type of audience I've got watching my videos at the moment. But I guess for most, 500's a goal because monetization is now the cutting point from 500 onwards. But having said that, monetization is quite limited at 500. Most will be wanting to get to 1,000, and of course I'll be producing a video that covers how to get to 1,000 subscribers and then how to get monetization. So we'll come on to that in a future video. But if you're heading towards 500 or you've got 500 subscribers already, you'll know that actually the bigger challenge is also what comes with it for monetization, which is watch time. And watch time as well is a key part of showing that not only you've got the subscribers, but you've got the quality videos to go with it. Now there's a great way to get your watch time up so that you can monetize, and I'll come on to that in my tips a bit later in this video. But for those with 500 or more subs, I just want you to understand the importance of a composite curve. So hopefully you know what a composite curve is. So here you can see is a typical graph, and over time, as more subscribers join, as you get more watch time, as you get more views, you get a graph that's very similar. On all those tabs, it'll be similar. And the fact is when you then add a composite curve and put it over the top of your graph, you'll find this is the way which pretty much all channels will go. That as time goes by, you'll see the curve increase and increase. So the first few hundred subscribers are much harder than the next few thousand. It's a strange situation, but that's how composite curves work. But this is giving you a realistic approach, and what it proves is that investment requires time to get results. Here's a question for you. Do you know which is the hardest subscriber to get? Well, the hardest subscriber to get is your very first one. Now, when I say your first one, I'm not talking about your auntie or your mum or your sister that decided to subscribe as a way of supporting you, but the first person who subscribed when they realized there was no real subscribers on your channel, and yet they saw something in your videos that made them want to follow you. So the person you don't know that subscribed, that's the hardest one to get. Now, if you've got that one already, that now starts to tell you and YouTube that there's something of value there. And now it's about matching it with the audience that's looking for the values you produced. So maybe you just say something that resonates with them. Maybe they just like the way you explain things. Maybe they can just see you're a genuine presenter. Maybe they like the types of shots you show if it's a gaming channel. All those things can add up, and no doubt that's convinced someone then to press the subscribe button. And as you make more videos, you'll find you'll get better at your production, your editing. You'll find that you'll have less waffle, and you'll be able to explain things in a quicker, more succinct way. But just going back to that thought of why do you need 500 subscribers, it is worth understanding that YouTube has particularly made this the point where now you can start to build up a community, you can start posting. When you combine that with good watch time, you then can apply for monetization. But most want this quickly. And there is some good news, because the quickness of how this happens has suddenly shot up in the last few months. And when you get to 500 subscribers, it gives you validation in YouTube's eyes. And it appears that YouTube is now promoting newer channels. Now, my suggestion would be to get to 20 videos, long form videos if you can, and that will help then shape the audience for YouTube to know who to present it to. So I've hit around 20 on this channel, and now I've succeeded and gone beyond the 500 subscribers. And that's something you can do too. So while it used to take years to get 500 subscribers, it now just takes months. So in answer to that question, it's quicker than ever to get to 500 subscribers. And here's some proof. I started this channel 4 months ago and received 500 subscribers within 3 months. And the purpose was just to see whether it's true that YouTube channels can grow an audience much faster in the last year. And that is fast, because on my previous channels it took me nearly 3 years to get past the 500 subscription mark. So that compounding effect seems to start a lot quicker now than it used to. And this is excellent news for new channels and those that perhaps have given up and want to start the momentum going again. It's worth a second go because things have changed recently in one of the algorithms. So can any channel get 500 subscribers? Yes, the answer is yes, but you may just need to follow now some of the tips I'm going to give you. And these are really valuable tips that you may want to refer back to in the future. And I really call this my game plan. I'm going to show you some things you should be doing and also some things to avoid that most YouTubers do without realizing it's wrong. So the first thing is your competitors. You need to see what's working with your competitors. And the simple way is to just see, who does YouTube suggest is your audience watching? Go and watch their videos too. Check to see what's their popular videos. Check to see what's getting views at the moment in the last, say, 90 days. And that will give you an idea of what you should be focusing your next videos on, because that's what's getting the clicks, that's what's getting the subscriptions. 2, don't ask sub for sub. So sub for sub is if you say to someone like, I'll sub with you if you sub for me. There's lots of forums that do this. It's absolutely pointless. Unless a person's really interested in what you're presenting, they won't sub. And if they do sub, it will actually produce a negative effect on your algorithm. The more subscribers that don't watch your videos, the worse it will get for your ranking in Google's YouTube algorithm. And here's the third tip: never start a video asking for subscribers. It's just, again, you're given no reason for them to subscribe. And if someone does subscribe, they'll probably unsubscribe in the future. Number 4, watch time is also really important. And that's why focusing on long form video is an easier way to get watch time. So if you've got shorts, that's fine for getting people to be aware of your channel, but use long form if you want to improve your watch time so that you can monetize with the 500 subscribers. And the two go hand in hand. And that leads us to point 5, that subs don't mean viewers. And this is again is a mistake people make, that I've got thousands and thousands of subscribers on one of my other channels, but actually only a few thousand of them watch the videos when they come out. So having a large amount of subscribers doesn't really mean anything. What you really want is a strong community. And as I showed on one of my recent channels, that even if I looked at a video that was on golf, I'd never seen it before, as in incognito mode, within seconds of just watching a couple of videos on this golf channel, immediately then YouTube started suggesting to me as if I was a subscriber of that video, of that channel. So you can get viewers, and viewers will come back and watch your videos again, and they actually give a better signal than subscribers. So subscribers are important, but actually viewers and watch time is just, or probably even more important. As that leads us to point 6, which is the biggest mistake really, is people focusing on the wrong things. So I wouldn't focus so much on subscribers, but focus more on retention and watch time, and you'll find the subscribers will just naturally follow. And we know that YouTube wants that, because if you were to look at the new tool they're releasing this year, which is going to do an A/B split testing of your thumbnails, the factor they say to look at is not the click-through rate of the thumbnails, which is what TubeBuddy does, which I've got a link down below for if you want to use that at the moment. But what it's about is watch time. They're interested in which thumbnail produces the most watch time. And it's a slightly different emphasis. So just bear that in mind. And the 7th area is to just focus on the viewer themselves. Focus on your audience. Think about, what do they see as value? What do they see as unique to your channel to make them want to come back? And what reason do they have to subscribe? So let's just go through those things in a bit more detail. Unique means you're not the first person to talk about that topic, but make it stand out so it's different from what your competitors, the way perhaps they demonstrate it, the way that they speak, the way that they present it, the way that they edit the videos. So just think in terms of making it unique, give value, and the value comes through things like the thumbnail, the titles, the introduction. Just make it so that the video itself gives something to the person that's watching. So if they were to pay for the video, they go, well, that was good value for money. So you want to actually give something that you could even charge for. And in that way, then you'll get real engagement. And also then give them a reason to want to subscribe. So you might say that if you want to get information about this other video, then subscribe here, or watch this next video, and that will then give you the answer to the question I've just left you with. And what you're doing is you're getting them to get in a habit of watching your videos, and eventually after 2 or 3 videos they'll want to subscribe because they recognise that you continuously offer value. And so in effect you then give the person a reason not to miss out, and that's why they subscribe. It's important to remember that subscribers is not the only way to get success on YouTube. If you want to know what the other things are in the algorithm, then you now need to watch this video.